we're on to Bike of the Week. Bike of the Week.
You haven't made your jingle yet, then?
No, I haven't. Still
I think you
I just enjoy.
should just do that every week.
I just enjoy saying it.
Yeah.
And guess what the bike is?
Go on.
The Pashley Roadfinder.
Oh, okay.
This is a bike that you told me about earlier.
Yes.
And I went to have a look at it, and I thought that's very smart. The lovely people at
Roadfinder
Pashley.
X.
Is the X?
It must be the Roadfinder X, is it?
Sorry, no.
Is it? No,
It's just the Roadfinder. I was gonna go. There was 3 options, and I just went with the one that was like, okay, you said Roadfinder, so
Okay. Standard.
I should have done the X.
Yeah, I should have done some more research.
I should have done really. But this bike looks very, very nice, and I was Pashley are quite a small brand, UK brand, making very nice bicycles.
UK manufactured.
That's the thing. Not just built in the UK,
Not just
like
designed
some
in the
brands
UK.
say.
Yeah.
Actually,
The whole
made,
lot. Right in
manufactured.
Stratford
I'm going to put it here
upon
so you can maybe see, so we can have a quick look, because usually we'll overlay this as well for the viewers.
Lovely.
It's a lovely steel gravel and road bike, I would
There you
say,
go.
right? Roadfinder.
Yeah.
It's got plenty of clearance. And what really struck me about this was the price.
Reasonable, I think.
I think it's bloody good, right?
Yeah.
This comes with, I think it was £4,000 for a 105 Di2 spec with carbon wheels. So it's got 105 Di2. The frame is Reynolds steel, so it's a UK made bike. You get a Brooks saddle, zip, seat post, handlebar, and stem. And then you've got, with the mechanical version, you get like an aluminium set of wheels, probably like a Mavic Axiom or something like that. And then with the 105 spec, you can get it in a Di2 105, or you can get it in Integra 105. The 105, you can get it Integra Di2. Sorry, I'm reading and doing this at the same time. Sorry, mate. And you get it with Parkour's wheels, which are 38mm, which is a really nice, like it's a really
Grippy enough.
really good bike for the money. I think for £4,000. Panaracer Gravel Kings. You've got options for mud guards. The weight is quite a lot.
Steel.
It's 10.5 kilos, but it's a bike that can take you.
Yeah, if you're strapping bags to it anyway, weight's irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
for the for bike packing sort of things, if you add a 1 kilogram tent, you're going to add a couple of kilograms in food and clothes. You're going to add, so
I think
I understand keeping it down as much as you can.
Yeah, but some people, someone messaged me about this the other day and said he was asking about the Colnagos. He was asking about either getting a V5 RS or a Y1 RS, and he said there's a kilo difference in the bike overall.
Yeah,
that's what I told him, and I said, but in the grand scheme of things, what does that make a difference for? Go to the toilet before you go on a ride, you can save half of that.
Yeah.
But all joking aside, like he said, I'm 85 kilos, and so even then So then what is 1 kilo difference for the difference that you'll feel in how fast it rides and how enjoyable it is? Like, and I'm not saying that one bike was way better than the other, but what I mean is if you're basing everything on just 1 kilo of weight, you've got bigger fish to fry than that. I think for a steel bike like this, which is going to be similar to what we've had on the show before with Mark's, Palter, and Francesco's just coming.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same thing.
Bike
when I
to
saw
do everything.
Mark's,
it's a great all-round bike.
He just switches the wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got the same cassette. I'd probably do something where I'd have like a different like rear cassette for gravel, but I think that is a great looking bike.
Yeah, yeah.
And for the price, like, I mean, it's got that classic vibe to it.
Yeah.
It's a multi-tool of a bike.
Yeah.
It looks great. It's got great spec, and the price is really reasonable.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one?
I'd love one.
You was mentioning this to me before.
I'd really love one. Yeah. And to be honest with you, less so even because it's good spec.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even tell you what's on my current gravel bike. I don't know.
I can. Claris.
Stock.
I saw it on your picture.
Budget. Something real.
So it doesn't matter if you clog it up with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I
and
saw.
it's all mechanical brakes.
Yeah.
You just run a new cable into it and not worry.
Oh yeah, of course. It's got it's cable, isn't it? Yeah.
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 No, if you need to do something out and about whilst you're 200 miles away from home, it doesn't really matter, does it? And this is like obviously a massive step up from that. But I didn't fall in love with this because of the spec or anything.
No,
I got to look around the factory and saw him
You
building
did.
it, and it was incredible.
I think so. This is a brand that's from Stratford.
Yep.
So Zach's dead into
Uh-huh.
these as well because he's from Stratford,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
when he met Sasha. So it's Andy Smallwood,
Yep.
who was CEO at Ribble
Yep.
when I was working there,
Yep.
and Sasha, who used to work
Boardman before that, I think.
he was
Yeah.
with Boardman. So he went from Boardman to Ribble, and then he's now at Pashley, which is obviously a much
Mhm.
smaller brand. But what they're trying to do, I think, is similar to what they did at Ribble, which is take it from being this smaller UK brand, which is very niche but known in a local area, and bring it to being a bigger, more well-known brand.
Yeah.
But I think the difference is they're not just like commercializing it like what happened with Ribble. Ribble was a full rebrand and a full injection of a big load of money, and they changed everything, and it did really well, especially through COVID.
And
timing,
they've got some nice bikes.
lovely bikes. But I do think that because these are made by them,
By hand.
exactly.
Honestly, there's a guy called Martin who cuts all the tubes. Seriously, you go in.
Shout out
go
to
in
Martin.
Go in the factory, and so I met Andy and met Sasha.
Right.
I met some of the folks who work there, and I got like part of this little tour for an article I was writing, and you go in you go in the factory, and the doors at the right hand side are this big like pull back. It looked like accordion door that's really stiff, and both Sasha and I opened it together because it would have been like a nightmare for one person to open it. And you go through into this other room, and it's just full of tubes.
Wow.
And they were saying, like, this is where all the tubes get cut, and Martin cuts them pretty much all. If you've got a Pashley, chances are Martin's cut the tubes for it.
Wow.
And I jokingly said, like, well, what happens when Martin's not very well? Like, if he's ill, like, you just don't make any bikes this week. And like, no, with a couple of other people can use the machines. They know how to use the machines. But those machines came from the factory in Birmingham when it moved to Stratford.
Right.
There's a whole story around that where the Pashley Junior took over from his dad and fell in love with someone in Stratford and thought, you know what, I don't want to drive from Birmingham to Stratford every day to work because I want to live in Stratford with her. So I'm going to move the factory there. So he brought all the old machines from Birmingham, and they're all there. This is what I mean. This is why I fell in love with it, because it's like real craft, by hand. You see the people are like brazing it and welding it, and it's magic. It's proper magic.
And I'm looking at it going, oh, it's a good value for 105
And it is good value.
And that is really good value.
And
I do think that when I saw it and I was looking through the spec, I think for those who wouldn't know the story would still look at that and go, that looks like a great bike for the money. Because we talked about this in a podcast recently with Francesco. Sorry, not with Francesco. It was with Francesco, yeah. About cycling becoming really complicated.
Yeah.
And I think that this seems like a bike which is from a period, even though it's not, it feels like it's from a period where cycling is just a little bit less complicated.
Yeah.
And
Andy
I quite
described it as he rides one to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
doesn't ride a Ribble anymore.
Well, this is what he was saying on the tour. Anyway, I can't verify it. I didn't see his bike, but I don't know what he rides. But he was saying this is what he rides to work, and he's he was saying how it's helped him kind of move away from tracking every mile.
Yeah.
And it's the sort of bike that you can be on the road, spot a bridleway, and think, I wonder where that goes.
Yeah.
And off he goes. And it's more about the feel of it. And with it being steel, it's super compliant and comfortable, and vibration dampening and all the rest of it that you get with steel. And he was sort of saying you can have the best of both worlds. He can go out on the weekend with his mates and still keep up.
Yeah, because it's not like it's like a super. It looks like a road bike in terms of its geometry, but it's got mounting points. So this is like I say, this is just the Roadfinder that we got. But even that, I picked that because you'd mentioned that you'd put a set of road wheels as well as gravel wheels, and I saw that it had the mounting points. So I was like, oh, he might mean this one because it's still got mounting points.
Yeah.
It's got more mounting points on it than my gravel bike, and it's a road bike. Oh, it's a multi-purpose bike.
And everything. It's like a Swiss Army bike.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. The fact that it's just simple. It's got a normal steerer, a normal seat post, so you don't have to have anything proprietary. You can change things out if something goes. I think that it must have just normal BSA bottom bracket as well, which is just going to make it. Everything's just what's the
easy to
standard and
Yeah.
the thing that makes the most sense to put
Yeah.
on a bike,
Yeah.
and that's what we'll make.
Yeah.
You can actually, it's a mechanic's dream, I imagine.
Yeah. You maintain a lot of it yourself. Even if like me, you had relatively limited mechanical skills, you'd probably be all right.
It's got a Hope headset, probably. That'd be nice.
Well, the thing is, because they're so small, you're not tied to. He was saying about Andy. Was saying about, because I said surely it would make more financial sense to just ship them in from Taiwan or wherever. Surely. And he was like, yeah, but then I've got to order thousands of the same thing, and I don't want thousands of the same thing. I want you to be able to ring us and build the bike that you want with the parts that you want to your exact specification. And also, because we cut the tubes ourselves, if you've got like weirdly short arms and super long legs, we can make a bike for you. Or, because you can have whatever
custom geometry,
you can have whatever each you want. Just make it.
That's very
Super
cool. Because I don't know how much I'm allowed to give away, but I guess I don't know. Like, this was one of the problems that they had at Ribble, was that ethos. Andy wanted to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But what they had to do was have everything manufactured in the Far East, and it'll be
profit margins and stuff. And I get it, like business.
Yeah. And with carbon and monocoque and all the amount of volume they needed, like you had to because
you have to make your profit. You have to, as a business, to stay alive.
You had to order everything the minimum quantity is, and you'd be waiting on. So, like, I ordered my first Ribble before I worked there, and it was during COVID. So, granted, terrible time. Everything was on back order.
All stuck in a canal.
But I was waiting for that bike for like 4 months because they didn't have 28mm tan wall tires that I'd picked. They had 30mm or 25,
right?
But they didn't have the 28mm. They had everything else in, but they were waiting on that. So they couldn't build the bike.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, just email me and say, do you want 25s instead? And I was like, there was a bit of that. But that ethos of being able to have the bike that you want, I think is great. But it didn't work for them when they had to order in like so much, or they had to order everything. Yeah. And then sometimes they would be waiting on.
From what I was told, it sounds like it's working there.
Yeah, which is great because you should be able to have
Andy
the bike.
Andy said the designers hate him. Because he'll go out on a ride, he'll see some wacky little thing. I mean, they built the Skyline. Have you seen that?
I haven't, no.
Little 20-inch wheel city bike type thing.
Right, okay.
But also with tons of mounting points, so it'd be perfect for like sticking on a train and going on a bikepacking adventure. Or if you live in a flat in a city and you've got limited space, it's also way easier to have your cake and eat it too.
Amazing. I like it.
But yeah, apparently he goes on a ride on a weekend and he'll come back and he'll be like, I've seen this thing. Can we design something like this? And then by the following weekend, he's got a prototype to take out and ride.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Because they're all just,
because they can make it.
Yeah, there's so many of them all in the factory together working, and they're just
that's
like,
so handy.
yeah, right, let's pull that together.
Months and months of that to get to do it.
The designers have got their own little workshop upstairs behind. If you go, you can have like they're open for tours and stuff. You just have to arrange it.
Nice.
But they've got like the showroom there. And they've behind the showroom, there's like one little room, and that's like the designer's tinkering room that they can just go and just do weird stuff.
That's mint.
It's so cool. It's proper cool, and that's why I was thinking, oh yes, they could have a Roadfinder or a Wildfinder.
I'm going to send this podcast to Sasha.
Well, you should.
Sasha, hook a brother up. You'll make some fantastic adventures. We should. Speaking of fantastic adventures, I want to. I'm going to do Dirty Reaver this year.
Okay. Yeah, Northumberland.
You fancy doing it?
I have it on my bucket list for this year.
Do you?
I have the route on my bucket list for this year.
Because I'm thinking
less so worried about the
but I'm gonna. So I want to go and ride it. I'm not gonna race it. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go and do the event. But I want to go and like tell a story about going and doing it, and do a bit more of an adventure. Need a helping hand.
Okay.
So I can drop them a quick call, and if you wanted to do it, I think it'd be really cool. And go on a little adventure together, and then you can take your Pashley bike, and we can go and we can ride an epic route.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great. The route looks fantastic. Great. Yeah.
And it's getting really popular. It's their most popular event that they have at Focal Events.
And I'm not surprised. We did a little bit of around Kielder Water on one of the rides that we rode back home from Edinburgh.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Was a ride that we did a couple of years ago. And that bit was incredible, just around Kielder Waters.
I'm excited for it. Even in bad weather, I think it'll be epic.
Yeah. Well, it did rain.
It's going to be April and it's going to be Scotland area.
Mhm.
closer, so you probably
Well,
gonna
any
get
later you get the
some
midges,
good.
so you'd probably best go in there.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to do it,
Yeah, I'm up for it.
it sounds like we've got a little project here. We've got a
Mhm.
Dirty Reaver, we've got a nice little YouTube video story, and we've got the opportunity to get some nice content on a nice Pashley. Everyone wins.
It's a win-win.
I'll message Sasha. Right, but